Joining me today is U.S. Marine veteran Sergeant Fred Robinson. Sergeant Robinson continues to serve his country and local community through the roles as veteran liaison for VITAS Healthcare and Vice Chairman of the Orange County Veterans Advisory Council. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking your time, and thank you for your service.
You're very welcome. It's my honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the programs that you work with.
I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps when I was 17 with my twin brother, Ray. Since then, I have come to VITAS Healthcare, and I'm the Veterans Liaison. What we do is we educate on the different resources and services that are available from VITAS Healthcare for veterans at end of life. We meet the many unique needs that many of them have, so we can go ahead and make sure that we can bring more care and compassion and dignity to their ending. VITAS Healthcare has achieved a level 5 in 2019, which is the highest level of accreditation through the National Hospice Association, Palliative Care, and the VA, and I'm proud to announce that our company has achieved that.
Thank you so much for all those programs that you provide. So it's end of care. What services do you provide before that?
By me being the Veterans Liaison, I'm in the community. I cover Osceola, Orange, and Seminole counties. I attend the American Legion, the VFW, the DAV, AMVETS, all the veterans organizations. I attend most of their state conventions that are in Orlando and their fall conferences. I attend the national conventions when they're in the Orlando area. I also give presentations on end-of-life care and the resources and services that are available throughout what VITAS provides. But by being on the Mayor's Veterans Advisory Council, I sit on Orlando's Veterans Council as well, and Mission United's council, and among other councils. And what that does is it better enables me with information, so when I go to these different veterans organizations, I can give them the latest information that's available for veterans and their families at the time. The VA is a large organization. I work well with them. I have a great relationship with them. But in the intern, they can't reach out to just everybody. So by me being engaged in all these organizations, I'm like the town crier. I bring everybody up to speed of what's going on in the community.
Wow, you sound really busy.
Yes, but it's a good busy.
Yeah. What services are out there locally for veterans here in Orange County?
Well, the first and foremost, I would say, is the County Veteran Service Officers. They provide resources and services for veterans. They help them with claim for compensation from injuries they sustained while serving, and some of the chemical and biological agents that they came in contact with. As an example, Agent Orange, or currently from the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, burn pits. They help them with claims for that. They also provide them with benefits, and as far as burial benefits as well for survivors of families. With the VA, I partner with them with quite a few different things. They have town hall meetings. Recently, they haven't had many due to the fact of COVID, but when they have them in the past, they provide resources with different providers that are there that actually, in conjunction with the VA, let them know the different services and resources that are available in the area. Also, with the VA, I really enjoy when they have the town hall meetings, because many times the spouses of these veterans are there, and they make sure that they engage and enroll in the VA to get the services and benefits that they're eligible for. Unfortunately, not many of our veterans are enrolled in the VA. And it's very near and dear to me that they get enrolled in the VA, because unfortunately, again, many people come on end-of-life care too late. So if they're not enrolled in the VA, there are services and resources that are available for them, but they have to be enrolled in the VA first. If they come on late, some of these services and resources, they and their families won't have the opportunity to take advantage of. So it's very important that we get our veterans enrolled in the VA. It's very important.
And how soon can they get enrolled?
All they have to do is go to the VA and get enrolled. Just go to enrollment, and they can enroll right then and there.
Is that something that they do after they exit active duty?
Yes.
Okay.
And a lot of veterans, you know, they have their own insurances and stuff, and that's all good. They become successful and they don't want to utilize the VA, but it's always good to have your footprint in and that you're enrolled, because when you get to the end game, where a lot of these veterans I care for, what happens is by them not being enrolled in the VA, it comes back to haunt them.
What are the reasons why some may not want to enroll, or do they know about it?
They know about enrollment, most of them, but there's been some stigmas. I served on the back end of Vietnam, and with that being said, a lot of our Vietnam veterans did get treated the way they should have from our country, and they had challenges with the VA as far as getting resources and services for care. So a lot of them have a sour taste in their mouth with that, and they've turned their back on the VA, and they don't want to be enrolled. They just want to alienate themselves with the VA. Another reason is a lot of veterans say, save it for the next guy. And what I share with them is, you need to enroll in the VA because we all raised our hands and gave oath that we would give our life for our country. But when we got discharged, they would take care of us when needed. And if you don't enroll in the VA, that's less money that's provided for veterans by the government. So with that being said, a lot of veterans can not get the care, or the funding may not be there moving forward by people not enrolling in the VA. I tell all veterans, we all know somebody that didn't survive, whether it's a training accident, combat, or weekend liberty. Don't let them die in vain. We all served for us to get these resources, so enroll in the VA to keep it thriving.
What services do they provide in the VA?
Oh, the VA provides a lot of services. Mental health. Actually, there's a new service that started by the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs under the director, Major General Hammer Hartzell, which is the Women's Veterans Council. That just started. They had their inaugural meeting last Thursday, and it's to assist all the veterans. There's about 165,000 female veterans in the state of Florida, and it's to help them to get enrolled in the VA and support them to the different challenges that they have versus what their male counterparts have. And one of the big issues is military sexual trauma. There's a lot of women veterans who have experienced that, and they haven't come for help because they feel alienated or embarrassed. But now this council will help them and support them through the challenges they've had in the past. And the VA, they have mental health summits. They provide resources for education, vocational rehab, and also a lot of veterans who have less than honorable discharges. They are still eligible to receive mental health care from the VA, even though they got a less than honorable discharge. And I think this is very important because mental health is very serious nowadays.
Wow. So it definitely seems like it really supports them.
Absolutely.
They definitely should sign up. So I'm really happy that we're doing this episode, hopefully to get the word out there and why it's important for them to sign up. Well, it sounds like a community as well for them.
Absolutely. And, you know, we have the veterans organizations, so there's solidarity there. And we have the veterans councils. With the veterans council, it's a all in one in a box. You go to the council and we provide the resources. I sit on Mayor Buddy Dyer's Veterans Council, and the chair is Priscilla Callahan, and the Orange County Mayor's Veterans Advisory Council chair is Dahlia Esbute Jones. So we do our best to have boots on the ground and move it forward in the community. We don't want to talk about it, we are about it.
Anything else that you would like to share with the community and what they should know about the programs and services available to our military veterans and how they could support?
Yes, it's always the last Sunday of September is Gold Star Mother and Families Days. That's a family or a mother who has lost their son or daughter while serving in combat. It's one of the most sacred veterans holidays to me, other than Memorial Day. And there are a lot of Gold Star mothers that are out here in the community and churches and everywhere that don't even know that this organization exists and can help support them. So they can contact us for information for that. UCF has a program called UCF Restores, and it's mental health, and it's derived behind PTSD. If a veteran, a police officer, EMS, fire department, individual has PTSD, so does their family, because they're changing their lifestyle to cope with their loved one. There's a program that they provide, and it's free of charge, and it's confidential. So these are some of the different things that are available in the community. You have the Heart of Florida, United Way. They have a program called Mission United. that helps with rental assistance and utilities. The American Legion has a program called Project Vet Relief, which helps with utilities and resources as far as rent and different things like that. And also Valencia College, they have a manufacturing program available for veterans, which is a 9-week course, and then they place them with jobs. So there's different things out here. The biggest thing is there's a old additive in the veterans community: best kept veteran secrets, benefits. But if they come to our veterans councils, they will find out everything they need to know moving forward. That's what we're here for, to support our veterans. And lastly, 1% of our population is serving in the military. 65% of that less than 1% that are serving are the children of veterans. It's becoming a family business. All I request is that more of our population go ahead and enlist in our military to defend the greatest country on the planet Earth.
Oh, my son did enlist in the Army Reserves.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate anybody who served in the past, who is currently serving, and those that'll serve in the future. Orlando also has a program called Veterans Court. This is for veterans who have maybe had gotten in trouble, and to keep them from getting a felony, they go through the court and they pass the program, and then their record is expunged so they can be gainfully employed. And also we have Central Florida honor flights. Honor flights are for World War II, Korea, Vietnam veterans, Iraq, and Afghanistan veterans to go to Washington, D.C. to the memorials. Due to COVID, a lot of the flights have been canceled. But moving forward, we plan to initiate it. And the pecking order would be World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. But anyone who is terminally ill will bump the list, because we want to make sure that they're honored and they go to the memorials in Washington, D.C.
Those are just amazing programs, and it sounds like the council is a great way for people to get access to them. How can the viewers or anyone who needs it contact the council?
They can go to the Orange County Mayor's Veterans Advisory Council or the Orlando Mayor's Veterans Advisory Council through the city website.
Anything else that you would like to share on how anyone who's not in the military or not a military family can help support, volunteer? Are there any opportunities?
Yes, there's a volunteer opportunity. There's an organization called Soldiers Angels, and they give 50 pounds of free food to veterans the third Friday of every month for the veterans who are having challenges with food. They're always looking for volunteers in that particular aspect. They can also look into volunteer opportunities for the upcoming Orlando Veterans Day Parade, which will be taking place Saturday, November 13th.
Well, thank you so much again for your service, and thank you for taking your time to be here. These are a lot of great resources that I know I wasn't aware of, and it's great to learn that they're out there for our military and our veterans. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. There's a lot more different resources that are available, and all they have to do is contact the Veterans Councils, and we will gladly assist them.
Well, thank you so much for being part of the council. It seems like a great resource for people.
It's my honor.
Thanks.